Hi guys, how are you? It is Friday night. Friday! Yay! I've got my two littles downstairs watching a fun movie as it is 9:20 here and they were told they can watch just part of this movie and it is way time for bed, right? Kenzie's already on a sleepover with some brand new friends. Super exciting and awesome with that. Jack's still traveling. And I have my little window to do this right now, my day 11 of the Inspirator Challenge, just for you guys. So for those of you popping on, do me a favor, post your name in here down below. Say, hey Erin, what's going on? Give me a little wave, hello. And as you're watching, do me a favor. If you find this information to be helpful for yourself, is be helpful for one of your friends, if not one or two of your friends. So swipe it and share it. Because the more that we share, the more that we grow, the more that everything is amazing. Hey Cal, how are you? I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're feeling so much better. I really, really do. I so much do. So for us guys, this is the Friday night of the first week of school being back in session. And I have to tell you, I'm so happy. I just so happy they made it to Friday. So happy that it was awesome. So happy that that we've gone through now 3.5 weeks of being in Boise and all these brand new changes, and the kids are doing pretty phenomenal. So for that, I feel so great. Yoga was much needed and so good to. Oh, Kelly, I'm so proud of you. You did it. Oh my God, I'm so happy that you did it. Hey Jen, how are you? Good to have you on here. So for you guys, do me a favor, they're popping on, give a little wave or hello, heart, any little thing like that, so I know that you're on here because I don't always see everything. So let me get rocking and rolling because I've got literally a window of about 10 minutes to do this quick video for you. Erin Kreitz Shirey, personal trainer, empowerment coach. And this is day 11 of the Inspirator Challenge Facebook video 30. So it's 30 days of these videos about all the questions that you guys are asking me and answering every single question. It is Friday night. I have no idea what you're doing. Hopefully you're having a fun time. And with having a fun time, maybe you're watching this at a bar, maybe you're watching this with your girlfriends, you just happen to hop on Facebook, maybe you're at home and just so happy to sit back and have a quiet movie night, or maybe you're still traveling because some of you are still enjoying summer. We're trying to keep summer alive here, but you do your best. So for myself for today, it's kind of interesting. The question that was asked, which I'm going to be answering today, is how does faith play a part in your business, your athleticism, and being a parent? It was pretty interesting. The question was a pretty powerful question. And it's one that I often don't tap on, but if you guys know me, I'm pretty open with the fact that I'm a faith-based person. I was raised Catholic, progressive Catholic, and am very much involved and always have been into my church, my community, and giving back. And that's a big part of who I am. It's a big part of my business. My business has always been a business that's been giving back since the get-go. Actually, often I would be giving away more money than I ever would be bringing in because I kept trying to give back. And I still am like that in so many different ways. But when I thought on this question, I thought how to answer it and to really think about the fact, how does faith play a part in my business, my family, and my athleticism? So many different things came through. And why it's important, why I'm sharing, is because of the fact that if it wasn't for faith so many times, I honestly would have fallen on my face and would have given up. I don't know about you guys, but it sometimes seems easier to say give up than it does to power through the hard times. Is that right? Guys, I've been a personal trainer now for 20 years, an empowerment coach for quite a long time along the way. Specific title, for 3 years with that one. But to where when it comes to owning up and powering through, it's hard. It's harder than it is easy sometimes. And that's where your faith really does hold you up. Whatever your faith may be, you may believe in you may believe in, who knows, just Mother Nature. It could be that you're Buddhist. It could be that you're Jewish. It could be that you're Hindu. It could be that you're Muslim. It could be that you're Catholic. It could be that you're Christian. It could be that you're non-denominational. I don't know. But for you, here's the thing, and here's what I have found, and why I'm answering this question for this one client that I thought was a very strong, powerful question, is if it honestly wasn't for my faith, I would have not been able to be empowered up, and I would have given up on my belief. And this all started, I'm gonna get pretty personal here. Let me check my time, because I did promise Emerson, she's the big sister babysitter, for 10 minutes with Finley. But here's an interesting story, is that when I was 22, I trained really, really, really hard for my first marathon. And at that time, marathons weren't so cool. At that time, I was in college, guys. I was doing my marathon. I did a marathon my 4th year of school. And the reason why was because that the triathlon team was being so competitive. I was like, you know what, let me do a marathon instead. Hey, Andrea, I'm so happy that you're on this right now. You're going to appreciate this. Hey, Jonathan, how are you doing? You'll appreciate this too, I think. I think you'll get some nuggets out of this. But God, hug Boston for me, my friend. But so anyhow, 22, trained for my first marathon, had not drunk at all, I was a DD for so many friends because I was training really hard, and it was that first marathon. And then come back to school, and it was spring break, after spring break, first day of spring quarter, and I'm with some of my buddies from college, and they are some of my best friends at that time. They're all kinesiology majors. We're buddies in classes. And in kinesiology, you're studying these intense sciences blended with the pro acts. You have to learn how to teach all different sports. So like wrestling, double leg takedown, can tell you how to do that. All this different stuff, right? Hey, Debbie, you'll appreciate this, I think, too. Hope that you're doing well, Miss Newlywed Debbie. So again, those of you guys popping on, do me a favor, give a little heart or a wave or anything like that with the comments, and start talking to each other as I go through, because that is what actually helps these lives. And it helps all of you guys gain something from each other while watching them in the loveliness of your own house, of wherever you are. So it's that first night back, and I decided to drink with my buddies because I was safe. They were my buddies. It was my first night, having actually had alcohol at that point. I hadn't drunk for 10 months. Was it 10 months? I don't know if it was 10 months, but it was quite a long time, and I hadn't anything to drink. It's the first night after spring quarter, I go out with them, and lo and behold, the guy who has a girl from the next room decides that he couldn't take advantage of me in a very non-okay way, and it affected my entire life. If it wasn't for my faith at that time, I wouldn't have powered through. If it wasn't for my faith at that time, I would not have powered through when it came to pressing charges through the judicial system at Cal Poly, through standing up against the football players, because he was a football player, I was a triathlete, and powering through to really believe what was right. And that moment at the age of 22 changed my entire life. If it wasn't for my faith then, as an athlete, and as somebody who's studying kinesiology and loving the human body and loving every ounce of what sports medicine is and how it can empower so many other people, and how being part of this community that was so amazing with empowering and owning up and uplifting people to be their best selves possible. If it wasn't for my own faith at that time, I wouldn't be where I am today. I would not have powered through, especially at those times when it's hard and when I second guess everything. And ever since then, at that time, to be honest with you, I've always been uncomfortable with alcohol in situations where I don't know everybody. I've always been uncomfortable with alcohol in situations to where feeling, hey, I should be fine. My friends can have a couple glasses of wine, why can't I? And I've always questioned it ever since that one time. If it wasn't for my faith telling me, you know what, you're fine, you're an adult, it's okay, I wouldn't have had a quote unquote normal adulthood. And I wouldn't have felt that to continue to power through for what's right and just. So that's one point when I was 22. Yes, it's heavy, I know, guys. I wasn't planning on going there, but that's the reality. And the gal who asked me is amazing and brilliant and wonderful and has lost a significant amount of weight and is now finding strength in her faith, and was asking questions about the faith through fitness, work, and life, and how does it play a part. So let's fast forward. I've got my own business. Here we go, right? And faith is important. I was 27, and kind of ironic. Here's a fun story, guys. Jack's mom is one of 8 Irish Catholic sisters. She's the one non-practicing Irish Catholic. You wanna know why? Because the fact that she's such a badass, she said, I can't tell you that I'm just gonna do natural family planning. I wanna go on the pill because I don't wanna have kids right away. Good for her, right? Now, she is a strong woman. I admire my mother-in-law in so many because she's so strong and so fearless. But who's Jack fall in love with? Me, the one liberal Irish Catholic girl, right? Like from O'Dowd, who, that's who he first, first Irish Catholic person he had dated, really, and that's who he ends up falling in love with. And we get married, so exciting. Prior to us getting married, though, let me tell you what happens. I call Jack, hey, guess what? We're pregnant. Totally surprised, guys. Miracle Mackenzie. Mackenzie is Miracle Mackenzie in more ways than you even realize. First thing he says to me is, this is God's plan. Mind you, at that time, guys, we're living in Redondo Beach. Jack was not talking about faith at all. Blew me away. I'm like, what are you talking about? God's plan? What? No way, man. I'm training for a half Ironman right now. I need to be racing really hard. What are you talking about? No, this is affecting my timing. No, we're not supposed to have a baby right now. Guys, I was over 2 months pregnant at this time. Had no idea. Because I was on the pill, right? Miracle Mackenzie. Again, Jack says, Erin, it's God's plan for us. We're supposed to be parents right now. What? All of our friends are still partying. They're buying houses. They're doing this fun stuff. We're not even married yet. And we fast forward, 2 months later, we get married. Life happens. Here we are, almost 14 years married. Now, that in itself, though, with Jack, with him rising up and saying that, led me to be even stronger in my own faith that was our timing. Our timing was right. There's no... everything happens, of course, people say for a reason. However, that though led us to be a stronger foundation for getting married, a stronger foundation for our family, a stronger foundation in so many different ways. And in my opinion, that and my say writing of my story and of my journey and everything else, but that was hands above guiding us to say, yes, this is your right path. This is what you're supposed to be on. Keep with it. Now let's fast forward from that to 6 years later. Miracle Mackenzie. Miracle Mackenzie again. And this time, so many different ways to where we're told pray hard every day. And you're told that in a hospital. You're thinking, what are you talking about? Are you serious? Like, pray hard every day? That's crazy. Who is that? What doctors say that? But at that time, we were in ICU for a very long time. At that time, Mackenzie every organ was broken. They'd revive them one by one. She's on every tube possible. My poor kid at that time, was in diapers and was couldn't hold anything down. Was tubes everywhere. It was nuts. And what held us up was that not believing that all would be okay. It just wasn't an option. We knew that she would be okay. And in times to where we were scared shitless, quite honestly, I'd go to the chapel at the hospital and pray hard and keep praying and pray for whatever would open up itself, that we had the strength to power through. And that at that time, I had just started the boot camp in Alameda. We just relocated our entire family to the Bay Area 9 months prior to that. And it was this shuffling, it was this craziness, it was what is going on and how you have to dig in and dig deep and believe in yourself and believe that positivity is out there and believe that, that there are hands behind you pushing you forward even when you want to fall back. So I've never really talked about this stuff as an entrepreneur because in many ways, I do talk about it sometimes, guys, like I do put my faith on my sleeve in many ways, but just it gets deeper and deeper with the one-on-one coaching, but these are some elements I don't dive into to this level when it comes to say my boot camps, when it comes to, just what I put out there through social media. I just don't really dig into it this deep all the time. And part I just haven't. I don't know why. But so here it is. So that faith though, holding us up to where it was hands, it was not an option. It was never an option to not dig in. It was never an option to fall down. It was never an option to not be as strong as we possibly could for our kid and for her sister. Because that was what our focal point, those were our focal points right there. Because Emerson at that time was 2.5 years old. Mackenzie was 6.5, and that was all we're supposed to be focusing on. So that in itself, though, you guys, that was 7 years ago, come this September 23rd, is when all that kicked off. 7 years. In that time period, we had to find ourselves in that year after, when it came to professionally, when it came to partnership, when it came to family, was honestly the hardest year of, I would say it was one of the hardest years of life. It wasn't, the year when she was in the hospital was super hard. The year when Emerson was in the hospital was super hard. The years that Finley was in the hospital, off and on, super hard. But it was that year after Mackenzie was home from the hospital and dealing with the reality and the cards that would have been dealt again and again and again. And Jack and I honestly not communicating the way that we should. And us not doing what fueled our bodies best. And honestly, that year after drinking too much and all these different things going on that were not the best way for either party. I was training too much. He was enjoying beverages too much. Just trying to cope, that coping part. But I kept having to believe. I remember doing the, I had to have a double knee surgery. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it a year after she was in the hospital to make sure that the kids were okay because of hospital-wise. And doing double knee surgery, guys, I'm going long-winded right here, totally unexpectedly, but the faith part is really important because the fact that if it wasn't for faith, we wouldn't be where we are right now. I wouldn't be where I am right now, I quite honestly. And at that time, to where I was training super hard for Pacific Grove triathlon, the first race post the kids, post Mackenzie. At that time, she was back and forth to UCSF so very much. The year after, she was from the hospital. You know, Jack and I, unfortunately, were not communicating so well. And Emerson was so brilliant and funny, and at 3.5 was so challenging. But at that race, I remember doing that race in Pacific Grove, the clouds opened up. It was this crazy, crazy foggy day. So cold, right? And as I'm biking, still was so cold, and my feet did not get warmed up until the run. And I'm running, and I'm doing the 2 laps, and I'm running, and my feet were still so cold. They finally got warmed up probably about mile 4 of the run. It was an Olympic distance, which is a 10K run. And I remember just feeling this warm flow around me as I was thinking, gosh, Erin, you know what this is, you know, your kids are right there. You already saw them. It's okay to slow down a little bit. But then at that point, I remember feeling this warm, just air around me. And it was like, no, you got this. No, keep going. No, power through. And I ran, had a great race, had so much fun, smiling. My kids right there at the end, tears flowing, so great. There's my amazing kids, just so strong. And there's Jack, he's smiling. He'd come down that morning after the race started so early. And unexpectedly, that race, I wasn't trying to place, and like that wasn't the focus. It was more the focus of the race. And I came in second female in my age group, and I believe it was 11th overall of all women. And it was just that powering through, the power of faith, the power of believing in yourself, the power of when you want to fall down, knowing there's somebody else to support you and back you up. So faith holds into that, you guys. Whatever it is you believe in, faith is often holding you up. Do you guys feel like that? I don't know if you do. I mean, this could be very new to you. It could be a different way of thinking. It could be maybe you going, not my comfort zone. That's fine too. But again, this question was asked and I'm answering. So that part though, athletically, that happens so many different times athletically. Now it comes to training, when it comes to believing in yourself, when it comes to powering through, when it comes to having questions, when times are hard, you're trying to eat really well, you're trying to nourish your soul, you're trying to nourish your body, you're trying to, you know, do everything right. It's hard to be right all the time. And you're not supposed to be perfect either. And when you know that it might not be a person verbalizing this, when you know that there's this higher power, whatever it is that you believe in, saying to you, keep powering through. I got you. I support you. I love you for who you are. Keep going on it. Keep going on it. You know, like, you are so much stronger than you realize. And when you're listening to that and you hear that and you're open to it, anything is possible. Anything at all. And with Inspirator retreats, even starting the retreats, God, guys, I second guess that so many times because they're so hard. They take so much work. Oh my goodness, right now I'm running into some hiccups for Hawaii, which will be all work out in the end. It's not until November 2nd. But being the person that runs everything and wanting to be so beautiful beyond control, it's the challenges that make you go, okay, how can I do this to make this the best possible? Let me have my faith to rely on. Let me believe. I have to believe it's going to be brilliant and amazing. Hey, Alicia, watch the replay of this. I think that you'll appreciate this, my friend, especially right now with what's going on. I think you'll truly appreciate this. And so anyhow, let's fast forward to today. How does faith take a place when it comes to your own belief, and you are where you should be. You're doing what you should be. You are powering up. You're empowering and getting inspired the way that you should be, and doing the best you possibly can. Today, honestly, made me kind of go to tears quite a few times. Like, what did we do? Why did we move to Boise? It's so crazy. I miss the ocean so much. I woke up and again, Jack's gone, so traveling, so I get the kids all up, and I'm up with Mackenzie. I was up with Finley last night again till 12:45. Wake up at 5:45, and here we go, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna go hiking with Mackenzie or with Finley today. Let me wear my fun Kona Hawaii tank top from Kona Brew Company from the Big Island, my Onu bar hats, got my turtle on it just to make me feel good, and we're gonna go for this awesome hike. It's by a reservoir, so we can go swim. Because I am missing swimming outside in the sunshine right now in a way that I cannot even describe. Because all the park pools have closed. And so, I'm like, let me just go find a reservoir with Finny. We're going to do Finny Friday. Fun hike to a reservoir. Fun hike to different lakes. Let's go make this happen, right? The first 3 hours, though, after dropping the kids off at school, God, my lovely third kid, pistol pants day. She was a pistol pants. She is a pistol pants, but today was like, takes the cake, man. And to get on with it, she is so brilliantly wonderful with taking risks. And many of them scare the heck out of me. But I always have to think, nope, 2 hands are behind her. She'll fall down. She'll get right back up again. It's okay. So today, though, we come back. And but first, throughout the house, while we were waiting for the guys to do all the house repairs, because there's so many issues with the house, and we're going to leave at 12 to go for this hike. Well, actually, it was supposed to be 11, but the guy didn't get there till 12. Anyhow, to get on with it, I'm thinking it's gonna be great. We're gonna go this hike. It'll be so much fun. We got this. Explore Boise. Finny Friday. Yes, awesome. Deal with all the house stuff in the morning. Let's go. And then we go in the car. She falls asleep, of course, within 5 minutes because she was up so late last night. We're driving. The directions on the map brings me to some development way far out and wherever, and not by any means by this reservoir with all these hikes with it. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So at that point, I've been driving for 45 minutes, and I did not like driving, especially if there's no exact destination to go to and not knowing where I'm going. I don't like that part. So we're going, oh my gosh, countdown. Emerson's out of school at 3:15. Where's my window? So we drive back into town. We're going, where are we going to go? Finally, we can go back to Camel's Back Park. That's fine, but it's where we've been. In Boise, I don't know, is where we're supposed to be right now. What are we doing? All these things are going through my head, you guys. All these things, right? So I put Finny in the back. I'm like, Finny, we're going to go in the back. We're going to do Camel's Back Park, what we've done before. But this is what we're going to go do. Because we got to get our hiking today. We have a fun time. It's you and me day, right? Like where you say to your kids, like, we're going to have a fun time, right? Yeah. And don't work it all on Friday. We're going to have a fun time. And so we go, and Finny and I are giggling when she's on my back, and we're laughing. We actually are having a fun time. We're giggling. And then we end up at the nature area that's back there. And I just want to go to a brand new hike. I just want to go swimming with her in some lake. And where we go hiking right by our house, there's not a lake there. It's all dry. It's exposed. It's different type of hiking than it is in the Bay Area. It's beautiful and wonderful, but it's very different. I was craving today to be by water. I was craving today to be by big trees to shade you when you hike. And so anyhow, we go back there, and Finny and I are noticing these sunflowers, and they're gorgeous, right? And our sunflower field, that's now our sunflower field. We go to the nature area, and Finny was a pure delight. She went from being a tough cookie to being this pure delight. To where we find this nature area, which I've been through before, but I saw it through her eyes. And it was that somebody was saying to me, Erin, slow down and just watch. That's why you do Finny Fridays. That's why you own your own business. That's why you push yourself so hard physically so you can carry her in your back for miles on end. Because the fact that these moments are the ones that you don't get back. These are the moments that are the beautiful nuggets that are why you own Inspirator Coaching and Fitness, or why you push yourself physically all the time, or why you love being a parent. Because these little nuggets of your kid finding a rock and deciding to stand on top of it and say, it's Finny Friday, this is my rock. So excited. Mama, take my picture. This is my rock now. I claim this is my rock. So excited, right? My parents arrive tomorrow. She says, I can't wait to bring more here. It's my rock. Jumps off after we're there. And then we go around and here's a swing. We had been by that swing before because we knew this, the nature area, but not really had dove into it. Mom, it's dry down there. Can I go on the swing? Oh my God, there's this field of grass. This is beautiful. This is the best field of grass ever. No way, this is awesome. And then we find the swing, and this swing, she hops on. She's so excited. She even falls off, but pops right back up again. So excited. And then, oh my gosh, this is why, pushing myself so hard to work and own my own business and to empower and inspire you guys up, to take Fridays off for this time with my youngest kid, for Finny Fridays, always. We're non-negotiables. It's just us having a fun time, doing whatever. And with this, we played this nature area for about 45 minutes, and it was amazing. She was in hog heaven. And then, as I have her on my back again, to go walk back, so we had to go, hike back to go get Emerson. In front of us, no joke, were deer. Let me backtrack a minute. Going into the hike, you know what? I just want to see some deer. Can we just see some deer today? Can we just have someone like, I didn't get the reservoir. Can we just see some deer? Can Finny just see some deer? We just need to see some deer. God, can you please let us see some deer? And we go, and there's these deer. And they're not just like far away, guys, right in front of us. And the deer is staring down Finley. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to protect her. She's on my back. I'm going to fall over with her on my back. What's going to happen? And then there's another deer. We hear another rustling. There's another deer right beside us. And mind you, this is just a few miles from my front door. And that moment, I was thinking, you know what? We are where we're supposed to be. And it was a sign, in my opinion, you have to be open to that. You have to be open to seeing the signs, whatever you want to, but always with positive light. And that positive light for me is faith. That positive light for me is that exuding of faith and love and compassion towards everything. And that moment, actually I'm getting teary just thinking about it, but that moment, Finny was above and beyond with joy. She was so excited, you guys. It was, they're not just deer, Mom, they're reindeer. Can I have a pet reindeer? Oh my, she's on my back, like talking a mile a minute, so excited. And we hike back and we're seeing more and more flowers and just both on cloud 9. And then what happens again? We see 2 more deer, 2 more, just staring at us, watching us. A mountain biker comes by and smiles, and we're laughing like, oh my gosh, look at those deer. They're right here, like right on the road. And it may be normal for people up here, but for those of us that just moved here, it's not the norm quite yet. And we were so excited. Finny was jumping up and down, and it was exactly what we both needed to have this beautiful day. But for myself, it was a sign for me where I have to believe in my faith that it was my own, say, higher powers is saying, you know what, you are where you're supposed to be. This was a great move. Believe in it, trust in the journey, follow through, because it's hard, but the moments in between are the ones that are going to power you up and make you believe they're going to be stronger, that much stronger every step of this journey. And so that's a longer-winded way than I thought I'd do tonight, guys. I'm really sorry. But it also, though, is just the importance of your own belief and your own faith and how it powers you through when you need it most, and when you start to second-guess everything, when you start to fall back, when you start to go, God, I'm working so hard to say, lose this weight, and I just feel like I'm never going to be there. I'm never going to be that strong person I want to be. I'm never going to be able to go travel the way I want to travel. I'm never going to be able to meet Mr. or Mrs. Right. I'm never going to be able to buy a house. I'm never going to be able to where it is that power that makes you go, I am going to. Every step I take every day is putting me towards that. Every moment that I do something good for myself is one moment that's putting me in the right direction. Every moment that I keep going forward versus stepping back and saying, say, some Twinkies or Cheetos, I don't know, guys, like some cruddy junk food, versus fueling my body the way that it should be nourished. Those are the moments that are your own higher power pushing you through. Those are the moments to where you go, I got this. I got this. Got my hands behind my back every step of this journey. And whatever those hands are, so different. Interestingly enough, last night, I've owned Eat, Pray, Love, the movie for a long time. I never read the book. I didn't get into that whole thing. My sister gave me the movie a long time ago. Funny enough, I never watched it. Sorry, Berta. But I finally did last night when I was trying to just get Finny to fall the heck to sleep. Man, guys, last night was, she was up till 12:30. But I'm rocking her, talking to her after 20 stories. I'm finally like, dude, let's just go watch a little bit of a movie for your mom for just a minute. That's all I wanted to sit down for just, an hour. I got through part of it, but the spiritual part, the pray part of the journey was very interesting to me, because how she dove into inspiring the other woman to believe when that woman was going to be getting married with an arranged marriage, but to believe as she's falling out of a marriage herself, and just to believe though and feel with your heart and know that the goodness is continuously there. That's the first time I saw that movie last night. I haven't seen the whole thing again. I saw it to the love part, which I'm told was pretty fun. I think it's Javier Bardem is in that part. That'll be fun. But that belief part though, to where you don't know what that next step is. You don't know what is going to happen with that, but you know that if you have got the right head on your shoulder, if you believe there's hands behind your back holding you up, if you can just close your eyes and dig in deep into yourself, into your soul, into your faith, that you'll be able to be that much stronger along that journey. And so that would be how, in my opinion, when it comes to how does faith play a part to empowering you up, it really is your belief, and your belief in yourself. And it's your belief that everything happens for a reason. It's a belief that you powering through the challenging times are the ones that are going to make you rise even higher every step of your journey. So on that fun note, guys, part of belief is being fearless. Big fearless. Like fear and a fuel. As in, I got my fearless Finny, guys. I mean, I know it's Finny Friday, fearless Finny, but guys, guess what? On Monday, that's when I want you to turn that fear into fitness. And you believe that turning that fear into fitness is going to change your life. It does. It does in a way that's monumental. Share this with all your friends. It's a free 5-day amazing challenge. It is 5 workouts, 5 small group coaching sessions, 5 amazing days of empowerment, of motivation, of nutrition, of mindfulness, of digging deep and playing hard, of workouts, of everything that you possibly want to soak in. 5 days of it, just where you're powering through that. And in the end, you come out so much stronger, so much more capable and ready to face the fall. So it's right before Labor Day happens, guys. It's Monday through Friday. This is going to be Monday through Friday. Share it with your friends. It is a 5-day Fear into Fitness challenge, and I would love for you guys to be there. This 30-day video series, we're on day 11 today, so it's kind of ironic that I always wish, you guys all know I wish on 11/11, and that today was the part with belief, because it's 11/11 and belief, that combination, today's day 11. So I just take that as a fun sign. I love things like that, as you know. But on that note, please send me any questions. I'm loving answering these questions, quite honestly. They're making me dig in a little bit more, actually a lot more, quite honestly, as a business owner and as an athlete and as a mom and as a personal trainer, empowerment coach, all those components into one. So soak that in, share this with your friends. It's a bit more long-winded than I planned on. That happens. And I wish you a beautiful night. Tomorrow will be an earlier one because my parents arrive tomorrow and it's my mom's birthday. So I'll be celebrating her wonderful birthday here in Boise, and I can't wait. But take care, and remember, you are your own inspirator.